As dawn broke over Eneida Bay, the once quiet streets buzzed with an energy that was both exhilarating and overwhelming. The arrival of Blackpool Corporation, Eneida Bay Mining Corporation, and Foley's Pharmaceuticals had transformed the landscape, turning the bay into a bustling hub of opportunity. New employees flooded in, eager to start their careers, but with them came the unexpected challenge of traffic. What had once been a serene commute through tree-lined avenues now felt like a daily battle against gridlock. Residents watched in dismay as their idyllic community became a maze of honking horns and frustrated drivers. The charm of Eneida Bay was fading, overshadowed by the chaos of congestion. In response to the growing crisis, the Eneida Bay Transit Authority sprang into action. Recognizing the urgent need for a solution, they gathered to brainstorm innovative plans that would not only alleviate the traffic woes, but also enhance the quality of life for all residents. The stakes were high and the community was counting on them. After all, hadn't the lure of Eneida Bay always been its transit-centric planning? After countless hours of deliberation, the Transit Authority emerged with 5 ambitious expansion plans, each designed to tackle the congestion head-on. From enhanced routes to new rail systems, their proposals aim to create a seamless transit experience that would connect residents to their workplaces without the hassle of traffic. As the Transit Authority prepared to unveil their plans to the City Council, the air was thick with anticipation. Would these bold initiatives be enough to restore the tranquility of Eneida Bay, or would the community continue to be trapped in a web of cars? The answer lay just around the corner, waiting to be revealed. Heyo and welcome to Build and Beautify Season 2. In this City Skylines modded Let's Play, we'll build Eneida Bay, a vibrant city of our dreams featuring transit-oriented development, clean energy, and deep city detailing. In our last episode, we took steps to future-proof our city by establishing a new public works campus and welcoming the Blackpool Corporation to the Old Harbor area of Eneida Bay. We also launched a poll in our YouTube community section, so be sure to check it out and cast your vote for the name of the country that Pine Harbor County and Eneida Bay are a part of. Remember, this poll will be closing soon, so don't forget to jump on over and vote. And if you've already voted but want to check out more of Eneida Bay, click on the info card above or check out the entire Build and Beautify Season 2 playlist located in the description below. In today's episode, we will continue developing our transit system after teasing a little bit of the grand plan last episode. Now, I'm wicked excited, as everyone knows just how much I love building transit systems and kind of watching them evolve. So, if you haven't already guessed, we will be introducing our third subway line, extending our blue and red lines, and evaluating our current bus capacities to determine whether or not we should upgrade those to tram lines yet. So, are you enjoying building Eneida Bay? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what features you would build in your dream city. If you can't wait to see the new season unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. Also, don't miss out on our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Alrighty, so I am wicked excited to start today's constructions, because transit. I love transit. Anyway, kick back, grab your beverage of choice, and let's jump right on into all the fun plans we have today. Today, I figured we best start with one of our largest renovations here in the Old Harbor area with the dual platform subway station we built several episodes ago. I would like to replace this dual platform station with 3 single elevated platform stations. Now, if we were playing with money, this honestly would be a horrible idea, since the dual platform station has a cheaper upkeep cost than the 2 single platform stations. However, I want this area to have designated subway stations and possibly tracks. I have also grown rather fond of recoloring and kind of color coding the roofs of each subway station so that we can see what line it serves when we're floating around the map. For example, you may have actually noticed this when I recolored the blue line station across from the water treatment plant last episode, and now it matches the same train car, the train car color, and I kind of did this kind of abusing the recolor mod. So I want a similar design throughout Eneida Bay going forward, and to do that, we must delete our dual platform station. Then let's start those renovations by reconstructing the 2 single platforms for both the red and the blue line. We'll meet back up momentarily once we've got those in, and we'll work on our new 3rd station at that point. So yeah, enjoy the time lapse, everyone. Now that we've reconstructed our existing station, let's add in our third station for our future yellow line that we will be constructing momentarily. I feel this yellow line was honestly rather impulsive, but I think as Eneida Bay expands, and especially as we get into the denser city areas we will build in the near future, this yellow line will help spread that transit availability and decrease the red line's potential for congestion. So also, once we have this in, I do kind of want to just kind of veer off a little bit and add some convenience stores to this area so that passengers getting on or off the subway station sort of hub we're creating here can grab some, convenient lunches for work or dinners on the way home. This is heavily inspired by Japan, I won't lie. I won't even pretend. I absolutely love the idea that you can just get on transit and pick up, dinner at a 7-Eleven conveniently. I don't know, I think I'm a little jealous. Anyway, let's jump on in. Let's finish constructing out this subway station. Now that the subway station in the Old Harbor has been renovated, and in a method, mind you, that we can expand upon in the future if we wish to, I want to create a new subway line that you saw me tease in last week's episode. So here is the plan for the yellow line. The line will start in the Old Harbor and move west through Syracuse parallel to the red line. It will then branch north and take care of what will be our future development site. Meanwhile, the red line will branch south, connecting with some of the fun plans I have in the near future episodes. So I want to begin the yellow line's construction by seeing if we can even actually draw a parallel track in, because honestly, we have unlimited money and this will prevent any train clogging in the future. If we can't, we can opt to have the red and yellow lines share the same track, but unlimited money. Next, I want to establish a priority spot for a new Yellow Line subway station in the north area of Syracuse to help the residents of this suburb cross the highway and to collect residents in this area to transport them throughout the rest of Eneida Bay. We will place the new station here in this block, and we will bolster this area with commercial to keep our transit-oriented theme. I also like this area here as it's about 2.3 kilometers to 1.4 miles away from the other Syracuse subway station, and thus the distance seems kind of appropriate at least in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on this though. Should the stations be more spaced out between them, or is this about a good distance in your opinion as well? All right, now that we have the new station prioritized and connected to the existed track, let's extend the Yellow Line's track across the Inner Bay area along the bridge we see here. This way, we have the space prioritized for the track and are putting our transit system before other infrastructure. Okay, let's talk about all the chaos and havoc you just saw. Naturally, I had difficulty getting the subway track to fuse in underneath the bridge, and it's honestly moments like this that I really hope more bridges are introduced to the game, or at least an asset that has transport in the bridge itself for easier connecting. We had to use a lot of anarchy here and there, and there will be some clipping here and there as well. But I did come through in just a quick first-person train ride to test it out and ensure that, honestly, the line itself would work, which it does, luckily. So yeah, cross your fingers that we never have to touch those tracks again. After I was done testing the tracks, I ultimately became a perfectionist. I changed the location of the subway station because I wanted larger sweeping curves. And yeah, I'm sorry I did not record all of it, everyone, but it was well over an hour of me fiddling with the exact same segment of subway track over and over and over and over again. Since we are focusing a bit on giving right of way to our subway tracks, let's also discuss extending the red line past the inner bay. My plan is to bring the subway track down to ground level and then tunnel it through the mountainside. This track will then continue underground a bit and may or may not actually resurface. Honestly, I haven't decided yet. I have considered branching the red line off to supplement transportation for this middle area here, so let me know down in the comments whether you think this is a good idea or not. Part of me is thinking of just adding another subway line in, but that also kind of seems excessive. On the other hand, I am worried of congestion in the, if we did like a red A and red B line. We could also actually allow that other subway track to go south past what I planned on having be the new Newtown area and kind of connect in. Either way, we've got a lot of options, so wish me luck, as I am sure I will fight with this tunnel tool here, and yeah, let's extend out our red line. Finally, let's wrap up our subway line extensions with the blue line, because I figured might as well, right? I want to extend the blue line out to Foley's Pharmaceuticals, and ultimately, I want to determine whether the BRT transports more citizens to this factory or if the blue line does. I mean, eventually the blue line will follow the Outer Bay area, so it will bring more citizens ultimately to this area once it's been extended and completed. But for now, I'm kind of curious whether the numbers, or at least where the numbers are at this stage, if the BRT brings more citizens or more employees to Foley's Pharmaceuticals, or if they're going to actually opt to kind of backtrack into the Old Harbor subway transport that we just created, and then back out towards Foley's Pharmaceuticals. Okay, now let's try and connect the track in, and honestly, this one should actually be pretty simple as we can just pull the track freely through, keeping it parallel to the bay and the road here. And finally, let's draw in our line and get the citizens moving further along this line if they so wish to. And on a side note, I really love the changes they have made to the adding transport lines in City Skylines too. Honestly, it does make moving the waypoints a lot easier, which makes kind of extending transport lines easier in my opinion. At least when I'm doing it correctly, that is. Finally, before we wrap up today's episode, I'd like to upgrade one of our bus lines to a light rail system. Now, honestly, I expected this upgrade to actually be the BRT system, and I was surprised when it ended up actually being the North Syracuse line. Now, we will keep the same line and same stop locations, but we will now upgrade this area to have tram tracks. This also means we will need to add in a tram station, which I'll probably add at the Public Works site because honestly, it kind of makes sense to do it there and then just upgrade some major roads. So let's get this havoc and chaos on the road. No pun was actually intended there, but we're gonna work with it. Let's start with the tram station first, and let's give this tram station tons of room to expand, kind of similar to what we did with the bus depot. Now that we have the station in, let's try connecting in the tracks. We honestly may need to use the road builder mod here just a little bit, as I need to integrate the tram tracks in a bit of a, I don't know if it's really nonsensical per se, but definitely not as clean as I would like. I do want to wrap the track right through the northern part of Syracuse, as I think that would probably make the most sense. However, we will need to massively mess with our interchange, as the tracks do not easily slip through this single point interchange that the map came with. So yeah, wish me luck everyone, and strap in for some more chaos and havoc today. Okay, I think that should work out pretty well. Now let's come in and replace the line itself. And my hope is that the line is to just come straight through that transit hub without any conflicts, kind of like how we were trying for our original bus hub. Before I kind of saw pathfinding and other wonky issues and we replaced it with the actual asset. So let's give it a try and let's see how it does. Alrighty, everyone, I think that just about wraps up today's episode. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on today's build. If you're excited to see the next episode unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. Also, don't forget to check out our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.